What's up, folks? I'm Dwayne,
I'm Alicia.
and this is Blackboard Gaming, where we teach you about all these great board games that are out there.
Waiting to be played by you and yours.
I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate ya. Complicate ya.
Hey, everybody!
I guess you're wondering why we're decked out in Santa hats.
Because we are members of the Tinsel Task Force, and our charge is to put decorations out into Jingle Bell Square.
Today, we're going to give you the heads up on a game that's coming to Kickstarter very soon. That game is called Holiday Hills.
Holiday Hills is designed by Chris Porter and being published by Chris Couch Games. Keep in mind, this is a prototype copy of the game.
Let's go to the table for an overview of how this game is played.
Holiday Hills is an area majority dice rolling game for 2 to 5 players, where the players are gathering ornaments, candy canes, and such from their neighbors in order to decorate Jingle Bell Square. When setting up the game, we will first place the town board in the middle of the table on its nice side, which is represented by the light blue boundary going around the board. Next, we will take the deck of objective cards, and after giving those a good shuffle, we will deal each player 2 of those cards and then place the deck near the town board and reveal 4 objective cards face up to form a display. If the rulebook says if this is your first game, we would exclude these string light objective cards. But in future games, you would shuffle these cards up separately, deal each player 2 of those cards, and then take the rest of them and shuffle them into objective card deck. We will place the 45 dice presents next to the town board in reach of all players. We will place one of the finish line cards near the display based on the number of players. So as you can see, we're setting up for a 3-player game, which is shown by those little 3 elves that's on the card. Each player will choose their player color, and they'll receive their matching reference card, their sleigh, and all of their Christmas decorations. You got your candy canes, you got your stars, you got your ornaments, and you got your string lights. Each player will take their sleigh and place it on the matching cottage out on the town board facing clockwise. And then they would keep all their Christmas decorations and their reference cards in their play area. Once all 25 Christmas trees have been assembled, each player is going to take 5 Christmas trees, placing them in their play area, attaching their Christmas stars to the top of those trees. Each player is going to place one of their Christmas trees in a starting plot that's closest to their cottage. And then any remaining starting plots will be filled with starless Christmas trees from the supply, keeping the supply off next to the town board in reach of all players. Then the player who usually puts up their Christmas decorations earliest in the season will be chosen as the first player. And then the game can begin. So in Holiday Hills, the object of the game is to earn the most cheer points by the end of the game. And the players are going to earn those cheer points by pushing their sleigh around the board clockwise, stopping at these different cottages, borrowing decorations to put out on the trees in the middle of the town area. All the while gaining dice presents to put out in the town area. The turns that you take in this game are pretty simple. On a player's turn, they're first going to move their sleigh by pushing it clockwise around the board and stopping in one of their action, choose an action space to stop in, and then they're going to take that specific action. Now, when pushing your sleigh, you can go as far as you want, but you have to stop at the next cottage. And there are 4 cottages on the board, including your own. Also, before pushing your sleigh, you decide whether you're going to take the top path or you're going to take the bottom path. The top path will gain you dice presents from the supply. So here, you get a green dice present. Here you will gain a blue one once you pass it. Here you get a red one. When gaining those dice presents, you will roll that die and then place it on that pip value into your sleigh. And keep in mind, your sleigh can only hold 2 dice presents at a time. Or you could choose to take the bottom path. And the bottom path, this symbol means you get to place your dice present out underneath one of the trees out into Jingle Bell Square. Then when you stop in the action space, then you would take that action. So here, this action is place one of your ornaments and one of your candy canes on one of any tree out into Jingle Bell Square. Here allows you to place one of your trees out. This action allows you to put a string of lights across 2 different trees. And of course, those trees have to be orthogonally adjacent. So let's say the blue player decides that they're going to push their sleigh, taking the top path, and they're going to stop here in this action space. First thing they're going to do is they're going to gain a dice present, roll it, and then place it into their sleigh. Then they're going to place a tree out onto Jingle Bell Square in any open plot. So let's say they decide that they're going to put it here. Okay? So now their turn is over. So let's say the red player decides that they're going to take the top path. So they go here and they stop in this action space. So they're going to gain a red die from the supply, roll it. Ooh, that's a 6. And they're going to place it into their sleigh. And then they're going to place one of their ornaments out onto any available tree. So they're going to put it on their own right here. And as you can see, these trees can hold 4 decorations. And then they're going to decide they're going to put a string of lights. So they decide they're going to put a string of lights here across these trees, like so. When you push your sleigh to a cottage, you have to stop. And then you'll be able to take any dice presents that you have in your sleigh and place them out onto the game board. And then you would draw another objective card from the supply. So when it gets to the end of the game, you're going to have 6 objective cards. Once all players have arrived back at their own cottage, the game will end and the players will count up their cheer points. First, the players are going to score their trees. Now, a player can score 8 cheer points for a full tree and 10 cheer points for a festive tree. Now, a full tree is a tree that has decorations on all 4 sides. So the owner of the tree, which is red, is going to score 8 cheer points. A festive tree is a tree that has 4 dice presents placed beneath it. So red is going to score 10 cheer points. So that's 18 cheer points. Once all the trees are scored, then the players are going to score dice presents. So you look at a tree, and whoever has the most decorations on a tree is going to score cheer points equal to the highest value pip value dice present beneath that tree. So red is going to score 6 more cheer points. And then the player that has the second most decorations on the tree is going to score cheer points equal to the second highest pip value. So I know you can see it, but yellow, they got a candy cane on there, which makes them the second player. So they're going to score cheer points equal to the second highest pip value, which is 6. So they're going to score 6 points there. Next, the players are going to score cheer points based on their objective cards. So yellow had this objective card, which is why they probably put that candy cane over there on Red's tree, because they were able to fulfill this completely, and they get 10 points, 10 tier points. Red, however, had this objective card, which they needed to have 2 red, a green, and a blue dice present under one of their trees, which they completed there, so they would get the full 11 points. If that blue die wasn't there, then they would just get 7 points. The string light objective card, Blue was really trying hard to get that. He almost had it. That was 14 points. But then Yellow decided to put one of their ornaments on that tree. So at most, Blue is going to get 9 points from this objective card. The player that made it back to their cottage first will get these 14 bonus points. And the second player that made it will get these 6 bonus cheer points. And then once all the cheer points have been calculated, whoever has the most points will be the winner of Holiday Hills.
Well, one thing I appreciate about this game is the theme. I love Christmas. Therefore, I can't really think of a lot of Christmas themed games.
No, there's not really a lot. There's not a whole lot. And we tend to, we play fall games during the fall and winter games during the winter. And here's a game that's all about Christmas cheer.
Yes.
And I like that this is, I really don't gravitate towards area majority games, but this one is just fun.
Another thing I appreciate about this game is it is competitive.
Yeah.
However, it's a little bit more of a friendly competition because some of the things you do, like decorating your tree, can benefit all players. And I think that's cool because it kind of captures the spirit of Christmas anyway.
Yeah, because you'll put one of your decorations on another player's tree, and because you're trying to fulfill a certain objective
for you.
But at the same time, if a player has 4 decorations on their tree, they're going to score cheer points for it being a full tree. Or you might place a dice somewhere, and now they're going to score a festive cheer. It's going to be a festive tree. So now, honestly, I didn't tell you this. This game we played the nice side.
So there's a naughty side?
Yeah, there's a naughty.
Okay.
So naughty or nice. And so the naughty side, you actually fill the board up with all the trees and nobody has stars on their trees. And so now you're moving your sleigh and there's new action spots that allow you to swap decorations between trees. And so when a tree gets 4 decorations on it, and you place one of your decorations on there, you get to place your star on it, and you claim that tree. I don't think you're going to get into that side.
But I like that idea. I like taking a game, creating a theme, and being able to play it more than one way. Like you might want to play the nice side for family weights, new players, but
then you might be mad at me one day, so you decide to play the naughty side to be passive aggressive.
Or for more seasoned gamers who like a bit more of a challenge, you have the naughty side. So I like that.
Yeah, it's cool. And they also got the I think it's called the skill tree expansion, so where you got bells. And so now when you achieve certain goals, like if you build a full tree, then you get to take that bell and place it somewhere on your personal tree. You got a tree on your reference card, and that's going to give you an extra ability, like +1 to a dice roll. So you might roll a 5, but you want to get that 6 or something like that, or it allows you to re-roll a die.
I love Christmas.
I think that's the thing that got you.
But I like the game. I mean, I like the components. I like the gameplay. And I like the way those trees fit into the slot. But most of all, this is something this is something that I can look forward to this upcoming holiday season.
Yeah, I do feel a little guilty because we playing it in March. But hey, he wanted to make sure the game was correct, you know. So yeah, now the next Christmas, the upcoming Christmas, we got a game to play.
Yes.
You know. Oh, another thing I like is the fact that those dice presents.
Yes.
When you get the dice presents, you choose the upper path or the bottom path. Right?
Yes.
And so it's a way to gain. Dice presents is kind of like that resource
Yes.
to place on the trees. So usually a game has you take a turn to get resources.
Yes.
This has you getting those things while you're taking your main turn to go to that action space.
That's true.
Yeah, so I really, really like that. And like I said, this game is beautiful. Now the game. Now I've seen pictures, and it's gonna be like, I want to say it's wooden components, like those string lights. So I'm looking forward to see what the final production looks like.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we talked about this game is really, really cool. And I know you really into the theme, so I was glad,
Yes.
So that's what we feel about Holiday Hills. I think this is going to be a cool game. You definitely need to go check out the Kickstarter. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. And if you like the contents of this video, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky.
Yeah, yes, you got it. I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
This has been Blackboard Gaming.
We will see you next time.